Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Relentless Racing League for the Connor Darnell Designs Xfinity Series. Got some road course racing first time this season here at Sonoma. One of my favorite road courses to race at just because of elevation change and how technical it can get, especially going through the uphill S's to start the lap downhill into that first sharp right-hander. I believe it's turn 5. I don't know how Sonoma does turns weird. Joined tonight by Mr. Tony. What's going on, my guy?
Oh, another day. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. So, while I got qualifying, do something a little different. I'm going to put on Brandon real quick. If you want to do an interview, we got a funny story to tell. So, we'll go ahead and pull Brandon on down while qualifying's going on. What's going on, Brandon?
What
Hey, so real quick, just backstory, everyone. So, Brandon was out racing near me here in Rockfish and had a really solid qualifying P12. Rolled off P3 in Heat 4 and finishing second. He gets done, and he's like, man, I got to change my gear out. So we're sitting there changing his gear out. Me and his buddy Alex helping him out. He goes out there in the feature, initial restart, jumped up to P5. So this is what I saw, Brandon. I saw you on that restart. I saw you kick sideways, and I saw a caution come out because of the tire. I'm like, okay, cool, he can get his spots back. I'm seeing the tire bounce down the straightaway in the turn 1, and I'm like, whose tire is that? I look over, it's your tire. So...
Oh, I was frustrated. I immediately knew what happened. We had such a good initial restart. I mean, I passed 3 cars on the outside, and caution came out. We were sitting 5th. I was like, all right, I'm on the preferred lane. I'm on the bottom. I'm chilling. We got like 25 laps left. I'll be good. We're just riding right now, and then we'll sort itself out later. Restart. We're there with him. I'm like, all right, I can get up to at least 4th. And then, yeah, I just stopped moving, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's a tire," and I was like, "Yeah, it's mine." And, yeah, looked out the left, and I saw the frame on the ground. Was not good.
It's funny.
But shout out to Isaac, Alex, and the Davis Brothers Racing crew for throwing another left rear on. Would have loved if you guys would have put, some air in it and sent me out with some air. I pulled off the track after 25 laps later, and I had 3.5 pounds of air in my left.
So we didn't have time to put air in it. So when your tire fell off, me and Alex is big like me. We were literally running around trying to figure out. We got to find the lug. Luckily, like you said, Davis guys, they give you a lug and everything like that. And it's funny because last year when you came here to Rockfish, you're talking about how you never rolled your car before. What do? You went out there in your heat and rolled the car. This year
I was in the B main.
This year we were literally just talking like, I was asking if you ever had to replace a tire, this and that, what happens, kind of like asking what's going on if you need a tire replacement. And what happened in the feature? You need a new tire.
Yeah. I'm just done inviting you to my races. Yeah.
But
yeah,
hey, lesson learned: tighten the damn lug nuts and make sure you have air pressure in your replacement tires before we head on out.
Dude, night 2 for wing, I put air in all my tires that were in the trailer. I was like, yeah, we're not going out on it because it was terrible. The car was so bad after that, but we still passed people. I went underneath the car that flipped. That was cool. That
Yeah,
was
I
a
saw
sketchy
that on your
moment.
TikTok. I don't remember watching when that happened. I think I was watching Tim try to make his way through the field, and then I saw the car flip. I didn't know he came close to you, but oh man, it was a
Yeah.
fun night. Sucks that happened to you because I feel you had top 3 speed for sure. But hey, you
I
learn
thought
and you
I had
live.
something from the leader. If that wouldn't have happened and that top groove would have stayed there all night, I think I would have beat Mo. But Mo had a good piece. Mo's always fast, so super happy for him to get his first Winter Classic win.
Yeah, and the one thing I've learned with the 2 Rockfish events I went out to with you is you guys in the dirt community are always willing to help out in a heartbeat. Like last year, who gave you that front axle?
Oh, the Davis brothers, they gave me a front axle to borrow.
The same guys, huh?
Yeah, I wish he would have let me buy it off of him because then I could have just left everything alone and went racing. But they wanted it back, so I had to take it all apart and then put all them up. Go get an axle and put it all back together, and then go race like 4 days later. It was
Yeah, I
awesome.
just thought it was cool because you're not local here to Rockfish. You're Millbridge guy, so you came here to Rockfish 2 separate times. Needed help, and the Davis brothers they stepped up both times. So maybe you should
Oh
bring them
yeah.
on over to the league.
Yeah. I'll see if they want to come race. They might. I don't know. They're pretty wild. they're dirt guys and they're younger kids, so they just hammer down and drive forward.
All right, man. Well, did you make sure your crew knows how to tighten down your lug nuts here tonight?
Oh, I'm not even worried about it. It's not my responsibility. So if it happens, it happens. Whatever. Not my responsibility tonight. But y'all have fun. Pretty sure that will give you an interesting first stage. That's for sure.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, later.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, it's funny, but it sucks too. Friday night, it's just like, and that's why. And when I took that picture and put it in Discord, that was Brandon. You saw through the center of the wheel because they were on a red flag. I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for this picture. I got to take this. But yep, pulled an old Kyle Busch move, losing a wheel in the in the race. Anyways, Eric Schaefer currently sitting on the pole. Where did his speed come from? Was he that quick in practice?
No, he was about almost a second slower, but the track definitely changed towards the end of practice. It felt like I had more grip, so I have a feeling that we're gonna see faster times for the most part.
Eric Schaefer's a 117. Atkinson right behind him. Alyssa Pelletier having a good qualifying effort. Really, the top three all underneath a 4/10 gap right there. Pretty close qualifying. Then you got some more close qualifying, fourth and fifth. Yeah, I don't know. I love Sonoma. I love how technical it is, how easy you gotta be on the throttle, especially going up that uphill S's and coming out of turn 3B, whatever the turn that is. They're so weird here at Sonoma. Okay, 25 laps or 45 laps of racing. Stage break at 25. I heard fuel run is 26, 27 laps. So a possibility to see some of these top guys flip the stage here on this first stage we got. When I say flip the stage, I'm meaning some people might pit with 2 to go in the stage, and some people might choose to stay out for stage points. So it might be interesting to see who chooses to do what. As no matter what you do, you're gonna have to. Oh no, you can make it on field that second stage. Never mind.
Yeah, it'll be a one-stop race. I think the people who feel like they can win are definitely gonna flip the stage. The guys that may be a little slower and not in contention to win will probably stay out and grab those stage points.
Yeah, because I mean it gets tricky. Sonoma, it's one of those. Really, it's like most road courses. Not a lot of passing opportunities. That final hairpin is definitely your ideal passing spot, and then the other ideal passing spot is turn 7, whatever turn that is, coming off of that short straightaway on the backside of the track. Those are really only 2 passing. I guess you can pass going into 4, but
Yeah, I feel like any passing is going to be done primarily on newer tires or if somebody makes a mistake. As those tires wear out, the rears are really what we're wearing out here.
oh yeah.
So I don't feel like there's really going to be opportunities to pass later on in the runs. It's going to be single file for the most part. It's just the track didn't have the grip to be able to put the power down to set up a good run off the corner to outbrake in the next corner. I just don't feel like be able to keep the rears on it long enough to be able to do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned making mistakes is one of the big keys for road course racing and finding a rhythm and getting into it. You'll see it here tonight. Someone that might be doing well and they might make one simple mistake and they'll start compounding mistakes after mistakes. Once you break that rhythm, it's hard to get back into it, which is why I am not a fan of cautions at road courses because it gets you out of your rhythm and then you got to stop and get back in your rhythm. So, luckily for these guys only have one. We'll have 2 Wednesday, unfortunately. Not only that, I don't like caution because I get passed a lot. I take it too easy on restarts, and everyone flies
I feel
right
like
by
it's
me.
survival mode at that point. Like you're afraid something's going to happen in front of you, so you want to give room. You don't want to get run over from the back. So you're just kind of staying where you're at, survive until it gets a little bit stretched out, and then you can start attacking.
Yeah. Yeah, staying in that rhythm, it's important. And I wish they would do a scan of Sonoma with green grass, because, gosh, this track looks so ugly. Have you seen pictures of it, especially after repave when the grass is green?
I have not.
Oh, it looks so gorgeous.
I would like to see the repave, though. That's what I would like to see. I feel like that would make for better racing.
Oh, on iRacing?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done the repave yet. I mean, granted, they haven't even gave us the repave Wilkesboro yet, so that's been out.
Yeah.
That's been out for over a year now, so almost a year now. So hopefully the repave's coming by next year for both these tracks. But anyways, let's go over our starting lineup here tonight. Kicking it off in that front row, you have Eric Schaefer getting that pole position. I believe that's his second of the year, first or second. You got the 42 Atkinson right behind, outside of him. Alyssa Peltier and Scott D. Stewart, row 2. Pretty Chestnut, Kevin Biggs, row 3. Evan Ludy and Brandon Banks, row 4. Chad Williams, William Peters, row 5. Sam Gordon, Tom Golker, row 6. Row 7, you have the Sack Attack, Gary Sack and Cedric Broso. The Give, Michael Garrison, Justin Miller, row 8. Row 9, Vincent Vacken, Justin May. Joseph Nalback, Brian Marshall, row 10. Davey Hendricks, Brady Price, row 11. You got going down, the guys that didn't qualify. You got Gordon Spain, Darren Cannon, row 12. Alan Grindle Jr., Matt Forns, row 13. Row 14, Tony Frey, Jason Hastings. Brandon Heath, who we just talked to earlier, and Josh Van Weston, and Nathan Eastep, and the Toemater, John Delmater, round up field in row 16. Oh, it's not working. Give me a second. My overlay's not working. And I'll say this, when it comes to road courses, I think Sonoma has one of the most trickiest race tracks to restart or start a race on, just because how narrow the track is and that uphill S is.
Not only that, it's the blind corners, right?
Yeah.
There's what is it, like turn 3 or something, where it's uphill blind. If you miss your marks, by the time you realize that you're already off the track, there's several spots that are pretty sketchy.
Yeah, and the plus side about those blind corners though is, if you make a mistake on that first portion of the track, it's really forgiving because you're not carrying a lot of speed. It's this area they're pacing in, coming into this hairpin and the corner for the hairpin. If you make a mistake there, you're you're going into the wall. Paycheck's gonna pull off. Eric Schaefer, Justin Atkins gonna lead us a green here tonight at Sonoma. Green flag in the air and under racing we go. A little bit of tire spin on some guys, but everyone keep it going. Eric Schaefer getting a great restart. Alyssa Peltier getting a good one as well. Able to clear the 42 going into the uphill S's into that really tricky turn 2. Oh, Peltier dived in deep on Schaefer. No gift to those two. No shocker there, as I heard they weren't too happy with each other after last week, so.
Yeah, they had a little mix up last week, and
Ludy getting loose.
He's able to save it though.
I thought he was going around. What a save that was by Evan Ludy.
Oh, somebody just looped it.
That was Chad Wiggins in the 12. Based on where he's at, if I go back and watch it, he probably got loose under braking. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what it looked like to me.
I think Banks got on the brakes a little bit harder than Wiggins was anticipating, and Wiggins just stomped on the brakes a little bit harder than he wanted to avoid getting the back of Brandon Banks. Currently, your current leader is at 42, Atkinson, who overshoots that final turn. I believe it's turn 11. Really allowed Preedy in the 22 to catch up to him. These two cameras are loud here. Alan Grindle having some issues. Coming out of the hairpin, looks like he got on the gas a little too soon and looped it.
And that's easy to do. There's not a lot of grip there. It's probably better than it was at the start of practice, but still, there's not much. It doesn't take much to roast those rear tires.
That is one of the few corners on a road course. It don't matter what type of car you're in, you have to be really easy on the gas there. It don't matter if you're in a stock car or road course car, it is really easy to lose it out of that corner.
Alyssa putting this pressure on Scott Stewart here for third.
Yeah, I can't tell if Alyssa has left front toe damage or if that's just how those tires sit on these cars as a setup. She did have some left side damage, so you're diving in deep on Preedy and the 22 or 88 of Scott D. Stewart, looking for a 2-for-1 deal, and she got it. Alyssa Peltier going from fourth to second in one corner. Now she's blinking out a little bit. But Scott D. Stewart going to charge back to the inside, but Peltier takes back over P2. That was a very impressive move by that 71 going into that final turn.
While all that was happening, Justin Atkinson is out over 2 seconds over second place.
Yeah, and I was watching practice times. Peltier and Atkinson, they were kind of flipping the fast time throughout practice. So I think for these two drivers that are sitting second or first and second right now, just get in a rhythm, don't make a big mistake here early on, and just wait for the restart to battle out for position.
Yeah, you want to get in a comfortable spot where you don't have pressure from behind, just able to run your race. If the car in front of you makes a mistake, then you get the advantage there, but a little too early to start pushing too hard.
Comment in chat, how's Sack Attack doing? Gary Sack running very solid in 14th.
Had a 3 wide move here at turn 11, the 3, the 18, and the 28.
Eric Schaefer able to get a 2-for-1 deal as well. Ooh, Action swung it wide off that corner. So did Alyssa. Wow. They are getting everything they can out of their cars coming off of that corner on that uphill section.
And I will tell you that from what I saw in practice, there's a couple different processes for a lot of these corners. Some people are taking the S's in second. Oh, Sam Gordon looped it into the wall. Some people are taking them in second. Some people are taking them in third. I don't know which is going to be better in the long run, but in the short run, I found a lot more speed running some of those corners in third versus second gear.
I was out there, granted, I had 100% fuel. I was doing my little test drive, and it felt more comfortable in second, but like I said, I had more fuel, so I had more load, more weight on that those back tires.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the third gear was the benefit for me, was I could put the power down a little earlier without spinning the tires. Same with the front stretch. Some people are going to run it in third gear all the way up, bouncing off the chip. Some are going to run it in fourth and start downshifting as they start going to the uphill into turn 2, I guess it would be.
Jonathan Weston has crashed.
Yeah,
Big
turn
time
11.
crash. Him and Hastings both. Then he into turn 11. Just, oh, gosh, that was hard. And the 49 at Hastings crashed as well.
Yeah, it looked like he had to get on the brakes a little harder than he wanted to for the car in front of him, and ended up locking him up. Another thing that I noticed was, for me, it was very difficult to hit those downshifts right going into turn 11.
Oh, yeah.
used to running the next gen where you can just slam the gears.
I
Not so much here.
My first time going to turn 11, I'm so used Van Western shooting to the inside. Oh, and that's going to be his race. Engine went.
I was going to say, I thought I heard a pop.
Yep, his engine pulled a Denny Hamlin. And he even hit that wall that hard. That's all it took for that engine to finally give up.
Schaefer making the move on Preedy. Down the front stretch.
That put Schaefer into third.
That's a sketchy area to pass, I'm not going to lie. The car gets really, really loose on that slight left-hand turn coming to the start-finish line. If you're on the inside, you want that whole track to be able to make that through with any speed. And when you go side by side, it's hard for either car to really carry any speed through there. Kevin Biggs with a moment coming off of turn 2, I believe it is. Almost got passed by Evan Ludi, able to gather it up. Oh, he's sideways. Going to give that spot to Evan Ludi.
Yeah, and what I was trying to say before Van Weston spun is my first time going to turn 11, I was so used to using the transmission. If you can do that in the next gen, there's no wheel hop. I wheel hop the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't take much.
No, that's right. These things have wheel hop.
This car does not like first gear downshifts. And if you don't hit it just right with the right amount of throttle and the right timing, it will wheel hop, and it's very, very hard to recover once you get that wheel hop.
Yeah, actually, if my SDK is correct, Kevin Biggs is taking that final turn in second gear, and I was just about to talk about that. I didn't test it out in the Xfinity car, but when I race the next gens here, I like downshifting into first into that final corner just to slow my car down, but I'm shifting up into second as I'm turning. Kevin Biggs stayed in second throughout the whole time, so something to keep in mind.
He's probably given up some time there. I think it's going to be faster in first, but I think over the long run, that second gear is definitely going to help his rear tires. That is one of the worst places for spinning those rear tires, trying to gas it up and get moving forward. Second gear in the long run will definitely probably save significant tire wear.
Yeah, as we were talking about the guys back there, Alyssa Peltier, she has closed that gap to almost under a second on that 42 Atkinson. As you see at the bottom right here of your screen, the telemetry he's using as far as gear ratios and the speed he is carrying. Staying in third to that corner going into the straightaway into the hairpin.
That's what I was talking about there. It seemed to carry, like, all through the S's, I was running third gear. And if you missed your marks, you were going to pay, but if you hit it right, you were going to carry a lot of speed.
Yeah, both these leaders, they stayed in second gear through the hairpin. So I think it's just, maybe it is the quickest way around. I mean, how would I know? I was running slow laps, but I had zero practice here. So no practice and no driving line to get used to where I need to brake at. Yeah, you're talking about third gear. That's what Schaefer's doing. Schaefer's staying in third gear through all these S's coming to the downhill portion into this corner as John Delamater, the 96 has crashed. Looks like he might have hit the tire barrier. He did. He just clipped it here. A little too hard on the brakes, got sideways, and just barely clipped that tire barrier with that right front.
I think that was that wheel hop we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't run this telemetry much, but I kind of like watching what people do at these road courses, what gears they're in. As 38 of Spain coming to pit lane. He's now 2 laps down. And this is where it can get tricky. These leaders starting to catch some lap traffic. You see the 42 right behind Hughes, who needs to change his paint because it's still showing up all black for me. He's doing the smart thing, just getting out of the way here. See how Alyssa Peltier manages her way around its 18 or 7, whatever number he is. I mean, and he's not turning no heaters though, but he's being smart. I mean, it don't take a lot to get a good finish on a road course. I think I'm swinging wide here, letting these guys by. Coming to a stop. Uh-oh. Watch out, Hughes. Ah!
Ooh, that was close.
That was close. I mean, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be respectful and let the leaders by.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you come over the mic and say, hey, I'm going to jump to the inside, go to my outside. And
Yeah.
that's probably not what happened, judging by how well that took place.
As Axon actually downshifting in the first gear that time through the hairpin. I'm gonna ride on board here. Oh, let's see about onboard redemption. No, I don't. Okay. Let's ride on board here with our leader. I don't lie. Come Wednesday, I'm kind of worried how we're going to get around lap traffic. That track, there's... Whew. Oh, Axon runs it wide out of that corner.
Yeah, but that's not a huge loss, right? You lose a little bit of time, but you can still drive through that.
Yeah, he lost about 4/10. Oh, he swings it wide again right here. That's what I'm talking about. Making mistakes, getting in the rhythm. He overshot that corner. And look at that gap. It was 3 seconds almost to start the lap. Now down to almost 2 seconds of gap. Justin losing about a second and about a half a lap. Made one mistake, made another. Not really allowed to listen to close up that gap.
Yeah, now he's just got to settle back in and get back into his rhythm. Maybe not push quite as hard, just keep the car under him and manage the gap.
I think he overshot that corner a little bit too. It looks like he slowed way down, but maybe not. Got a really good runoff here, gaining a lot of time on Peltier going on the front stretch, across start finish line. I think what happened last time is Justin was just trying to hit his markers and he just ran a little wide because he touched the dirt again coming up that uphill section, but it is a very blind corner. That's the corner you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Well, and also, you know, if he was pushing hard early on, as these tires wear, you know, you kind of got to back up your corners a little bit, and maybe he just didn't quite make enough of an adjustment. Now he's got it figured out. He's putting good laps in.
Barrel Boy going a lap down. There may not be barrels, but there's plenty of tires for you to hit out here, Matt. He's saying he's just crashing. I think he's just stopping to let people by. Oh, he's way off
Yeah,
track.
he is. He is. Well, yeah, he's getting out of the way.
Brandon, dirt racing was Friday. You got to stay on the asphalt here.
Well, and with that being said, every time he goes into the dirt and comes back on track, it's going to throw a little bit of dirt on the track, and if people aren't anticipating that, it could cause an issue later.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of that Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday, or even tomorrow, how many cars and trucks are going to get sent to another dimension, do you think? Do we need to get a counter up for that for Jacob?
Yeah, it'd probably be a bad idea. There's a few spots there where I could see
There's a lot. It's all of that backstretch off of turn one. Really out of that second turn as well. If you spin it out right, you can go off to the right into Oblivion.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy with Jacob to see if he wants to get a counter going, because it's gonna be quite a bit.
The 49 car is Jason Hastings.
They got an RC sponsor, do they? Said they got a Connor said they got an RC sponsor. Oh, he does. Wow, Connor noticed that quick. Oh, he's in the grass at the wrong point. Oh, I thought that was gonna be bad. That was one little blip of the throttle away from going into those leaders.
Oh,
He's
Brady
running like an
Price.
RC car, but I respect it. God. Hey, I don't want to hear it, Mister. I'm taking a drop week Wednesday.
Brady Price with a big moment coming off of turn 11, able to save it and gather it back up.
Oh, he's possibly beating Gavin Zach. Wait, I thought Zach's racing Wednesday. Yeah, that was pretty good same rating. Oh, he probably is okay. Well, I was like, there's no shot he's throwing up all the practices and not racing. One thing, speaking of Wednesday, one thing I noticed at Summit Point is I've done multiple different sessions. There really isn't a big difference how that car handles based off of track temp.
No, not so much track temp. I feel humidity, it did
Yeah.
have a big difference.
Yeah.
If it was foggy out, that car was going to be slipping a lot more. You were not going to be able to run the same lap times as you were on a nice dry track.
Yeah, whatever session he has set up, the last one he did, that track had a ton of grip, though.
Yeah, we were, some of us were running 112s there. I believe you were in that category. There was few people in there.
Yeah, I think I ended up dropping a 112.2 right behind Zach.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, all right, let me get a race pace figured out. Because I'm not going to be doing this every lap.
No. No.
It was so sketchy putting that 112.2 down loud. I sent it so hard into turn one. I was like, yeah, nope, not doing that during the race. I had to counter steer my butt off to keep it going straight. It's a fun track, though. I didn't think I'd like it.
Yeah, it's definitely, I would say it's a very technical track.
Oh, yeah.
With a lot of character.
The thing I'm still debating on right now, and I'm testing out with is is that bump in one or not. There's a way to avoid it, but I don't know. It's such a weird line.
Yep.
Axon was 10 to go here in stage, has a 3-second gap over Peltier. The 88 of Stewart, he was closing the gap a little bit. I think it's this lap traffic kind of holding him up. We got to really keep an eye on it. The 3 is Schaefer. Last time I looked at the time gap, he was about 7.5 seconds off the leader. He has closed that down to under 6 seconds as they go into the hairpin turn here. Definitely here in the final 10 laps, keep an eye on Schaefer. Just popped up last time by. See what these guys are running. Wow, they're 3 seconds off the pace. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah,
wow.
They're burning those rear tires up. But one thing to take into consideration when it comes to the gap right now is the leaders have been.
Oh, and he just put the bumper to Delamater.
Well, that's going to cost him a lot of time.
Eric Schaefer, I mean, I don't know if Delamater blocked him or.
It was probably just different braking points.
I don't know if there were braking points or he's just being impatient, but it definitely cost him a lot of time. You got to be a little patient there.
Look, if I had to go back and look at the speeds that Schaefer was running versus Delamater, I am willing to bet that there's a significant difference. And you're going to have that. Some people are going to go faster up that hill. Some people are going to be a lot slower up that hill.
This is Alan Grindle crash. Oh, yep, right in the turn 11.
Oof. Oh, he's done. It's going to be a 30-minute engine swap.
Did it? Oh, SDK, you're pissing me off. Okay, there we go. We're live. And I didn't hear the engine go kaboom. Did it go kaboom?
I saw a lot of smoke coming from the engine compartment. I'm pretty sure it did. Michael Giberson back here in 14th. He's been setting this pass up for the last 5 laps, it seemed like. Gets around Vincent here. Oh, as Brady Price gets into the back of Vincent and loops it.
Luckily for Brady, though, with how, like, not really high speed, but how fast he is going right there, able to keep it off the wall. A lucky break for Brady there. Spins it out to the left, able to keep it off the wall. I mean, and when we were talking about flipping stages, seeing this fall off in lap time, I don't know if it necessarily be worth it. I mean, that's 2 more laps to put on these tires. It might not seem like a lot, but when you're running a place like Sonoma, which, if I'm not mistaken, is over 2 miles long.
I still think the track
2
position
miles
is going to be.
You think
huge.
Really?
I do.
I don't know. 4 miles on these tires with this track condition?
If I was top 5, I would be flipping stage. If I'm maybe 6th on back, I might consider staying out to get the stage points. But I'm willing to bet at least top 5 flip.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, if I'm top 3 right now, I don't think I would flip just because how much quicker you are than everyone else behind you. Even top 4, you can throw Schaefer in that. I mean, he has a 14-second gap on 5th. But, I mean, if I'm the 42, think of anything on the 42, actually, I am flipping just because you want that lead.
Yeah, if you got the win, if you had the pace to win the race, you have to flip. That's my opinion. If you get stuck back in traffic with slower people, chances are you're going to get into something. You don't want to put yourself in that position. You almost have to flip the stage.
Yeah, so with that being said, I think the only 2 people it makes sense to flip the stage are our 2 front row drivers, our current leader and our pole sitter Schaefer. If I'm not one of those 2 guys, I would go for stage points here.
Well, and we also got to consider points position, standings position. Alyssa, not sitting too well in points, so
Yeah,
I feel like she's going to flip the stage and go for the win. Scott Stewart has a win. What's he got to lose? There's people up here at the front that really don't have anything to lose, so why not? There is a hornet's nest back here for about 15th to 20th.
that's led by Nathan Estep right now. You got Estep, Gibb, Vakin, May, Cannon, and Price all back here. No, Price a little bit further back. And the plus side about Sonoma, with how pit road is set up, you could pit 3 coming to 2 to go. A lot of tracks you have to pit with 4 coming to 3 to go if you're not the leader. Here, though, actually, no, let me rephrase that.
I feel like you got to be within about 5 or 6 seconds. If the leader is to stay out, you have to be within 6 seconds of the leader to be able to get the pit road before it closes.
Yeah, because that's right. Because the pit commitment line is not by the wall like I thought it was. It's all the way over here, outside of turn 11. Five to go in the stage. Justin with a very commanding 7-second lead over Alyssa. As Schaefer actually lost a position to his teammate Brandon Banks. Not a decent battle going on back here, just outside the top 5 for 7 between Biggs and Preedy. Brady's trying to run his lap car. Sam Gordon, there's Kevin Biggs right behind him. And I also think that some of these lap cars, I would imagine you would want to stay out as well.
I don't really think they can. They're going to need fuel. They're going to need tires. I don't really know that it's going to benefit them to stay out.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe Brady. I mean, I know he is about to go a lap down. We got 25 to go. That's gonna throw me off because.
I think I just... Oh, Brandon Hughes wide off of turn 11. I think I just heard the 42 say that he was pitting, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, 42 is pitting, and we got a battle going between Vincent and Gibb up here. A little early, though.
I'm curious why the 42 came down now instead of 2 laps later, because he would be the control car for when that pit road closes, so he could have came down at lap 23.
Yeah, that's gonna put 2 more laps in those tires. And that's what I was talking about tire wears. He's definitely gonna be at a disadvantage now.
Oh, Gibb almost. No, he looped it, but he saved it.
Schaefer going to pit lane this time by. I'll be honest, if I'm Alyssa here and you can lap some of these guys, I would definitely stay out.
Well, I think it's a benefit to run it as long as you can before you come down pit road. So I assume she's gonna come down just before pit road closes for the stage. So she's given up a little bit of time on track to new tires, but she's gonna has such a gap that it's really not gonna make a difference. I don't feel like at the stage reset.
That's a lap early as well. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. These guys are coming in a little earlier than I thought they would.
Maybe they're just running faster and fuel. I don't know. I don't think fuel would be an issue, but
I don't think so either, because the longer you go on these tires, the less fuel you're going to burn, mainly due to the fact that you can't run at those higher RPMs off these corners. You're going to have to shift sooner to avoid the wheel spin.
So Scott Stewart stayed out to get those stage points.
He can still come to pit lane this time.
No, pit road is closed.
Oh, it was. Never mind. Oh, let's pit him when she should have been. Yeah, and like you said, Stewart has a win already, so...
Yeah, he can rack up some stage points here. And
Brady Price, if he has crashed. Going in turn 11, must have been a spin.
So, assuming this is right, okay, it's a little bit off. So it looks like Atkinson should take the lead at the restart.
Yeah, and Atkinson has such a huge lead. He's going to finish third in this stage. Peltier's going to finish maybe... Oh, yeah, definitely fifth. She's 5 seconds off of Miller.
Yeah.
Should be final lap. It is final lap. And how about Gary Sack, Mr. Sack Attack? He's in position to give himself some stage points here. Gary Sack rocking his lion scheme. That team needs to stop playing with their food. I was watching that game, like, all right, you guys ate all the meat, all the muscles, all the fat. What are you guys trying to do? Eat the bones? Like, gosh,
Make a statement.
Take your starters out. What are you doing? And then they lost a really important rusher, one of their defensive tackles.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer that could happen at any time, so...
I think Dan Campbell is just out here to make a statement.
Yeah.
He's making a statement. He wants to show you guys how good his team is.
The Lions have sucked for so many years. I think it's definitely something like that.
Look, my team sucks this year, so I'm rooting for the Lions to go all the way, alright? My team ain't got no shot. We gotta get an O-line, and we gotta get some receivers for I even have hope for my team.
What's your team?
Patriots.
Oh, yeah. You need a lot.
I'm liking what I see out of May, though. I really am. It's just we need an O-line, and we need receivers.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you gotta have... You gotta go through a rebuild. I mean, and it takes time to put those pieces together.
As long as we don't end up like the Browns, I'm fine.
Yeah, you can't miss in the draft like the Browns.
Gary almost wrecked it coming to the yellow flag. Oh my gosh. That car got sideways out of that small left-hander on the front stretch. But Scott Stewart going to get himself a playoff point and 10 bonus points here tonight for our stage break. I saw a stat. The Lions point differential is like 50-something points ahead of the next team behind them, which is the Bills.
Yeah, well, they almost lost one last week. Was that Houston they played, I think?
Oh, yeah. When Golf threw 5 interceptions, they still won the damn game. That right there really kind of solidified, okay, I think the Lions are number one for favorite for Super Bowl because they went through adversity and they still won the game.
Yeah, they just can't play another game like that. If that would have been against a better team, that definitely
Houston's not a bad team, though.
No, but Nico Collins was out. You know, it was C.J. Stroud has been struggling this year. It's not been a good season for Houston. They're a better team than what they've been playing like, but I don't know.
This season's been weird. You got the Bengals, who's probably the best worst team or the best bad team I've ever seen in my life. 4-7.
They tried to make a comeback last night.
And then you got the Chiefs somehow 9-1. Like probably the worst good team I've ever seen.
That's the Chiefs the last couple seasons, so they just find a way to win.
Well, it's the Kansas City refs, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I saw some calls that last night that probably would say otherwise.
First game in 10 where they've had calls go their way. I saw a stat. Did you know Patrick Mahomes had I think it was 17 interceptions overturned through his first 5 seasons? No, it was 22. 22 interceptions overturned for Mahomes, and Tom Brady only had I think 21 in his whole career.
Yeah, different rules though too. You know, from when Brady started to now. And most of those were overturned based off of pass interference calls.
My favorite team is the Kansas City refs. Of course it is, Mitchell. Alright, so here's the question. We saw Alyssa get really aggressive on that last restart. On the initial start. Does she do the same here?
I think if the opportunity is there to make the pass, maybe she pushes it. But if it's not, I don't think she's gonna push it too hard.
Oh, and here's the kicker. Schaefer's gonna restart right behind her. And the story continues. Scott Stewart, he only fell back to 6th. I believe he was running 3rd.
He was 3rd, 4th, something like that.
I think he lost a couple spots.
And who knows what's going to happen on this restart. He may find himself back in the lead.
Evan Ludy's sitting there in P3.
Reedy going back down pit road.
Interesting.
But maybe fuel? But that's going to cycle him all the way to the back. That is not a spot he wants to be in.
Tires.
Did he take maybe fuel? No, because he would have came in as stage. Maybe it was one of those things where he didn't have his fuel checked, or tires checked. I don't know. That's just very odd.
That's his first time down pit lane.
Well,
oh wait, no, he came down.
I was gonna say he should have came in.
Oh, he only took fuel under his green flight stop.
But I still feel like that was a lap late to get tires, right?
What about the 88? Yeah, I would imagine so, because the 88's still out there. And Preedy's still sitting on pit lane on the back half of the track.
Maybe a penalty? But if that was the case, he'd have to start, or he'd have to serve it under green. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, come on, Mitchell. Sonoma's fun, dude. You gotta get the practice put in for it. Oh, Alyssa needs to back off right here. She got way ahead of the 42.
Yeah, they took that corner really wide, so.
I don't think she should be penalized, but she is open to reverse it. Green flag back out in the air here at Sonoma. Eric Schaefer right behind Alyssa. Those two had a run in on lap 1.
Line. We'll see if she can. Oh, got a little sideways there, it looked like.
Oh, what a restart that was by Alyssa, too. She's on the preferred line coming out of the turn as well.
Now she's going to end up a little wide. She's going to be there. She's got the spot.
What a corner by Alyssa. Wow.
Atkinson's going to battle back.
Oh, Scotty Stewart around. What an insane corner by Alyssa there. I thought for sure she was going to lose some ground.
That was a great move by her, though. She just set those corners up right where she needed them, drove it in where she needed to, didn't give up any time.
I'm going to go back and watch this from the far chase because that was an outstanding restart there by Alyssa. If she can maintain the lead, that will be what gets her the win.
Well, and you saw her get a little loose going up the hill there, but she was able to gather it up and, didn't push the 42 out wide or anything, just able to drive it in deeper.
That was insane.
I feel like the 42 was probably being a little conservative there, which, hey, more power to him. You got to finish the race to win the race.
Ooh, Cedric Gross in the 30 has crashed.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the wall off of 11.
Evan Ludy looking for a 3-peat. 3 in a row and have a lot of ground to make him do it. guys in front of them, these two drivers in front of them, have been above the field when it comes to their speed. Oh, that's right. You were moving, Mitchell. That's right.
I was building his new setup.
Yeah, I was talking to someone. I would absolutely love to get triples. It's not that I don't have money for it. I can buy them if I wanted to. My thing is, every single time I broadcast, I would have to go in there and mess with my settings. Every single time. And it'd be a more pain in the butt than what it's worth. So I was looking to do a VR route. But my thing is, I sweat a lot. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to put that on my face. For especially how long our cup races are.
In reality, broadcasting, I don't really think you'd have to screw with your setups much. It's just one button depending on how you set your triples up.
Really? Because every time someone tries to show me a replay and they're on triples, it's like a really wide screen.
It is, but so depending on what you use, like I use NVIDIA Surround, and all I gotta do is go in there, uncheck it, and then it just goes to single screen.
Oh, and that's the setting in iRacing?
No, it's in NVIDIA. And then iRacing, all I gotta do is go from whatever the triple setting is, it's one drop down to the single setting, and boom, done.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's really not that difficult to change.
Oh. Yeah, because my thing originally was I don't want to sit my rig and broadcast because my rig before sucked, and when I got a rig I'm sitting in right now, I don't mind. And now I'm like, well, I just don't want to have to deal with having to click a button every time. But you said it's as simple as checking a box on NVIDIA. That's insane. Okay.
Yep. Now there's people that use a different setup where it's all through iRacing, but I could never get that to work. But yeah, NVIDIA Surround. All I got to do is unconfigure it real quick, which is a click of a button, go into iRacing, reset that. It's another one button, and boom, good to go.
Yeah, 14 to go. Alyssa able to maintain the lead, and this would be a really solid win for Alyssa. As you said, she was not looking good in standings. I'm about to see exactly where she's sitting at in standings.
Yeah, she's had some rough races.
31st.
Yeah.
I feel her pain. Yeah, she has. Last week running solid. Netcode ended up ruining her race. Pocono qualified top 5, got took out lap 1. Yeah, she has had a rough couple weeks. A rough season.
Yeah, but I feel like if she was able to get this win tonight, it would change the momentum of her season.
Yeah, and me personally, I always look forward to road courses because it's been kind of like a trend. I'll have a bad season, a road course will come up, I'll do good at a road course, and I just have momentum that carries me through. Like, last season, Xfinity. Horrible start. Got top 5 at road course, and that momentum stuck with me. So I always look forward to road courses, get some momentum going my way.
Well, and road courses, it's less of a chance to get completely ruined, as some of the other ovals where you get caught up in a lot of other people's mess. Everybody seems to get stretched out pretty well at a road course, so I feel like it's less of a chance of that happening.
I would agree with you, but we're at Summit Point tomorrow. Summit Point is a very small road course. Yeah. I was practicing there, and I'm like, this is going to suck because we're not going to get spread out. I think we are because it's such a tight track.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to pass, but...
Like, when we were practicing, when we were in that session the other day, and I was looking at lap times, that is the tightest I've seen lap times between the guys who were in there ever. Like, even Samoa was up there. I was like, this is going to be a tight race, and I'm not going to like it.
Well, it's going to be about keeping your car clean, right? Keeping that on track.
Yeah, definitely keep it on track.
Not a lot of room for error at Summit Point.
No, and the thing that sucks about Summit, you go off track, that grass is so slippery there. Like, you cannot get going again at all.
And it doesn't take much to miss your mark.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Chad Wiggins around off of turn 11.
Chad Wiggins, I guess, trying to take the Tyler Reddick line. Healthier with 12 laps to go, just over a second lead to Justin Atkinson.
Yeah, that gap's been pretty consistent, right around that second mark. Looks like Atkinson might be gaining a little bit, but I feel like they each have good parts of the track. So we may see it extend a little more.
Yeah, and looking at points, I can definitely tell coming to 11 to go, I think Alyssa's going to be a little bit more hungry for this win than Justin will. Justin's sitting comfortably P2 in points. But Alyssa, P31 in points, this win would lock her in the playoffs. And, I mean, really take all the stress off her. When you're sitting below the cut line, it's not fun.
Right.
Alyssa really gained in the uphill portion. About 2/10, lost it all, though, coming through that turn 2 on the uphill S's.
Well, and even if Atkinson is able
to... way wide! They both go way wide!
Even if he is able to close the gap, it's still going to be tough to pass, especially on old tires. One of them would, Justin would have to pretty much rely on her making a mistake or, outbreak her into like turn 11 or something like that. But it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and he really missed the opportunity there. If he would have came out of that uphill portion clean and not went wide like Alyssa, he could have really gained a lot of ground. But since they both went wide, there really was no ground to be gained. But one thing about Justin is this second half of the track, he really gains a lot of time on Alyssa. It's just out of the hairpin up to the top of the uphill S is where she gains all that time back and plus some.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to drive it a little deeper into turn 11, but that may be why he actually got a really good run off of turn 11 that time.
Yeah, but Alyssa
stays with her.
Alyssa actually gained about a 10th off of turn 11. This is right here where Alyssa gains a lot of time. If she can just get this corner figured out right here and not lose all that time back.
I feel like Justin's probably underdriving entry a little bit just to get a better exit, and Alyssa's overdriving entry and kind of hurting her exit just a touch.
You talking about the uphill S's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think the same thing. Looks like Justin's approaching more cautiously, and when Alyssa really has to slow down for that final right-hander, that's where Justin's really making the time up.
Yeah, I think he's just keeping the pressure on her, right? He doesn't need to make the move now. He just needs to keep the pressure on her and hope she makes a mistake.
Yeah, and the biggest thing for Alyssa, something I've learned through all the road course racing I've done, don't focus on that mirror right now. There's no need for that. You're gonna cause yourself to make a mistake. Focus in front of you. When you see that gap get down to about 2/10, that's when I'll start watching that mirror. There's literally no point to mirror drive with a 4/10 gap. None. Not at a road course.
Taking a very defensive line into turn 11, cutting down to the bottom on entry.
Yeah, and one thing I'm noticing, I think Alyssa's taking a more passive approach to turn 11 and get more speed off of corner exit. Kind of like what Justin's doing with the uphill S's.
Yeah, you can kind of see it where they exit the corner, where Alyssa's out wider and Justin's in a little more. He seems to be able to get back to the throttle just a little bit quicker than Alyssa by doing that.
Oh my god. They come so close to hitting that wall every time. Ooh, I thought Alyssa overshot that. Wow, she had a lot of speed going through that corner. Oh!
Really got to be careful on those curves.
Yep. Justin closing the gap, 3/10 now. Now this is where Alyssa needs to start watching that mirror. Justin's there, that he's going to get a good run right here. Maybe try to outbreak her going into turn 11. He's going to try it. Nope. You're taking behind her.
Thought about it, wasn't close enough. I feel like that might actually cost him some time. But Alyssa actually ran
Oh,
wide
no.
there. That's going to hurt her exit.
She got a little loose, too.
A lot of wheel to get that car to turn and then got back to throttle. Just kind of missed that inner portion there of that inside of that corner. Probably by about a half a car width.
Yeah, the one thing about turn 11, I think you have to be within like a tenth and a half to try to make that pass. Anything else, you're just going to overshoot it. You're going to cook the corner and you're going to take them both out.
Yep. One thing that I noticed, I believe it's turn 2 with Justin there, is he's rolling the center, where Alyssa's still flowing down through the center. I think that's why he's carrying a little more speed on corner exit.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Coming through the S's, Alyssa's running a lot wider to the left than Justin is coming out of that corner. Need to go.
This is going to be a battle, I think, all the way to the end. And
yeah.
It's going to be Alyssa just needs to hit her marks, not make any mistakes. And,
wow.
And it's going to be tough.
Really good corners right there for Alyssa. Gained a lot of time on Justin.
Justin drives it in deeper this time into turn 11.
Yeah, it's going to hurt him though. Look at the drive off Alyssa's going to get right here.
I think Justin might have scraped the wall there.
I
heard something.
Maybe? If it was, it might have been the iRacing thing where it... Yeah, right here. See
Alyssa really wide.
Yep.
That's going to hurt this whole straightaway here. That's got to take a defensive line here. Got a good drive off there. This is really the battle on track right now. Another battle back here between Banks and Schaefer.
Those two are just having fun back there. Those two teammates are back. They're probably
they're 7 seconds back. They're
so right here, last time by, Alyssa did manage to gain a lot of time on Justin through these right-hand or left-handers.
It seems like she's pushing the car a little more this time, but Justin able to drive it in deep. He's going to go to the bottom there. Oh, they make contact. Alyssa's going to try and get the drive off here. She's going to clear him, maintain the lead.
Yeah, so I'm going to go forward chase here because he is tapping that wall.
Yeah, I noticed that the last one just a little bit.
Yep. So you see, this is where Justin loses a lot of time to Alyssa. But watch how much better he rolls this corner. See, Alyssa washes wide. Justin really able to hug that curving. And that's really what's keeping Justin on Alyssa's bumper is the fact that he's able to roll that corner so easily, or so well. Same with that one right there. Really solid corner right there by Justin.
I feel like Alyssa, her weakest point in the track is turn 11. So she cannot take that corner wide like entry wide like she has been. She has to take a little more defensive line, get to that bottom, not give that position to him to be able to maintain this lead.
Justin has never won a race, knocking himself a P2. I don't know. So this is long-term me thinking. I don't know if it's risk driving someone aggressively for a win when you're good in P2 and points. Because come playoff time, they don't make it in the playoffs and you're in the playoffs. They're going to race you a lot differently.
Yeah, Alyssa got wide off at turn 11. That's going to give Justin a good run. Actually, Alyssa's able to drive away. Very interesting. I figured she'd be a little slower on corner exit, taking that wider line. But she did take a more defensive line on entry, which is going to cause you to push out just a little bit. Good run through turn 2 there. Didn't get pushed out nearly as wide as she had in the previous laps.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? So someone in here spotted her, and I think they're telling her that. Like, you got to stop washing wide right there. You're losing too much time.
Well, whatever she did that time, it worked. She got a little wide there.
Oh my God! I thought she was about to hit that wall. Here comes Justin for the lead.
It's going to send it in. Alyssa's
going to be able to defend.
Up early.
What a race for the lead. Oh my gosh.
Atkinson is giving her all the pressure he can, but she's matching it. She's putting the line in that she needs to, being able to get the drive off the corner to defend.
Ooh, she washed wide. Got a little loose right there.
Atkinson's going to look low again.
I don't think he's close enough. He's charging it in too deep.
Oh, yeah, he locked up pretty bad.
Oh, contact between the two. Contact again between the two.
That was not a good move there. I don't think we've seen the end of this yet.
No.
We saw him make a really good run on this line before. He's pushing her out wide again. Oh, that was close.
I think Justin knew. I think Justin knew she was coming for a receipt.
Yeah, that was. I don't believe that was intentional by any means. It was just a pushing a little too hard and whatnot. But got a really good drive off the corner there for the 42.
Oh, now he's gonna go for the move on the outside.
Yeah, she's gonna drive in a little deeper, get the car to rotate, get back to the throttle. Advantage 71.
Ooh, something happened to Ludi. Ludi was running third. Both Schaefer and Banks got around him.
Must have made a mistake. Oh, we got him really getting tight up here.
Here's Justin, though. He's there. This is what he needed.
Yep. Alyssa's going to defend that bottom line. Knock it. Oh, she locked it.
Oh!
She gathered.
What a save! Oh my gosh! Wow!
42 was doing everything to try to keep off of her, not to spin her out completely. He ended up going wide. Wasn't able to gas it up like he had wanted to.
I can't believe she saved that.
That was wild. Oh, big.
Oh, contact again. It's going to spin her around.
Now she is pissed. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Keep an eye on Schaefer. He's 2 seconds back, but I know Axon had to burn his stuff up battling with Alyssa. Whoops.
And people say road courses are boring.
I kind of want to go back and get an onboard view of this save, because wow, that was absolutely insane. Oh my god. What a save. She had that car so sideways. You can't turn the wheels no more left. That's insane.
I'm assuming that was a wheel hop. That looked a lot like it was wheel hop.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, like I said before, I know Justin wanted this win, but ooh, Schaefer.
I feel like the 42 used up Alyssa a little bit.
How about that?
Call it what it is there.
I feel he definitely used her up, and what I said earlier, I mean, if she don't make the playoffs because she doesn't win here, you can definitely guarantee she's gonna run Justin a lot differently than everybody else, knowing that he caught the shot.
Yep, I agree with that.
That's something that me as a driver, I'll sit there on, and I'll wait until it's going to hurt you the most. Final lap here. Justin Axton with a 3.5 second lead over Eric Schaefer.
He just slammed the wall on the straightaway.
Who,
Eric
Justin?
Schaefer did.
Oh.
Eric Schaefer. the outside wall, or the right side wall. Let's call it that. I don't know what's inside or outside.
Malbec letting Axton by here. Because he's there's some people. There's some people in here. Yeah. But Justin Axton, regardless, will get his first win this season. Lock himself into the playoffs. Alyssa.
I don't know what happened in turn 11 there, but
I'm not sure either, but I think Alyssa's trying to get a podium. She's still going to finish podium here.
oh yeah, she got it.
What did happen in turn 11? Oh, wheel hopped again. Trying to get around Brandon Banks.
Oh yeah, she got around him and
Same thing. Able to save that car too, but Banks got loose off of turn 11. Oh yeah, Banks got really loose. Couldn't get it collected. Eric Schaefer congratulating Justin. Just not going to Brandon. I want to go back and get a replay. Here it is, right here. Get another view of this. Yeah, Justin sent it in. Oh yeah, he just ran her over. I thought Alyssa came down and chopped his nose off, but no, Justin just went in there and just ran her over. Seeing what happened. I wasn't making it fresh. From the TV camera I had at the time, I thought Alyssa might have came down a little bit. No, Justin just... well, we already got a dozer. We can't have two. Wait for these drivers to join podium. Eric getting a P2. I think there's still people out there trying to finish the race. Telemeter. Oh. Alrighty, let's go ahead and kick it off with our... I'll leave it up to you, Tony. What are you doing? Winner first or P3? Either way, it might be spicy.
Well, whatever, man.
Well, let's kick it off with our race winner, Justin Axton. What is going on, man?
Oh,
Well,
not how I wanted to do.
well, man, I think you might have made some frenemies out there, but you get your first win here tonight. Solid race. You and Alyssa definitely put on a show there at the end of that. Man, talking through those closing laps and talking through the incident because man, it was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, just catching up to her. It was definitely quicker the first stage. I mean, I kind of started running away from her. Second stage, she was in front of me, and it's just so hard to pass here. Every opportunity I got, I kind of went for it. Uh, Never really worked out. I door banged her a couple times in the hairpin on accident. Felt bad about those, and then obviously that lap, I kind of got a good run coming up the hill. Thought I was gonna cross her over and just clip there, and man, I feel really bad about that.
All right, man. Congrats on your win. We'll get you shout outs in, and good luck in 2 weeks. I think you have to go to Indy like we do.
Yeah, shout out to my team SBR, obviously. I know Evan Ludi was back there. He was making sure it was a two-way battle for me and Alyssa. So thank you for him for that. Thanks to the rest of the team for running so many laps with me this week. Definitely paid off. So thanks to all those guys. As always, thanks to my parents for letting me use their Wi-Fi, and thanks to my fiance for letting me race every Monday night.
All right, man. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in our P3 or P2 finisher, Eric Schaefer. I wouldn't say a quiet race, but you had some drama there to start the race. He still managed a decent top, somewhere in the top 10 for stage one, I do believe, and ended up finishing the race second. When you saw those two battle it out, I saw you got around your teammate, you got around Evan Ludi. Were you trying to chase him down, or were they just too far ahead and you were just trying to get a good finish?
I was just kind of biding my time getting to the finish there until I saw them getting together. And then I was like, man, maybe I got a shot. But no, to get back to the first lap, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get damn near wrecked right there at the beginning, but what goes around comes around. So they want to race me that way, I'll race them back that way. Isaac, you already know that. But it is what it is. It's not the first time that she's done that, but whatever. No, all in all, I was happy with a P2. Um, yeah, I think stage one I finished like seventh or eighth, something like that. But no, coming back getting a P2, I'm ecstatic about that, considering I hate road courses.
All right, man. Let's get your shout outs in, and good luck in 2 weeks at Indy.
All right, man. Thank y'all for what you do. Thank you to Tony and all the admins in here. Appreciate them. Huge shout out to all the sponsors in the league. Shout out to Paul's Setup Shop for all your fixed setups. Shout out to Reaper Speed Labs and all the Drinking Bros guys. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. Well, time for the fiery one. Let's go ahead and pull down our P3 Alyssa Peltier. Had one hell of a battle with Justin there at the end of that race. Had a little bit of moment at the beginning with Schaefer. Talking through that race, congrats on the P3, but I'm pretty sure you're wanting to get that P1 locked into the playoffs.
It's one of those weird ones where you can't be happy about P3. It's just one of those things. Lap one, I thought I was there on the inside of Schaefer. I think he was definitely trying to take a wider sort of exit, especially coming over the crest. So hard to keep it to the inside. So it was just unfortunate coming together. Just one of those things. Kind of ruined my rear tires for the first stage. So I sort of threw away any idea of stage win and we go for a strategy to win this race. I mean, this is like first time I've seen a checkered flag, so needed really a win at this point. But yeah, stage two was just trying to control the rear tires, not be too aggressive off the corner exit. But had one hell of a battle, I will say. It's one hell of a battle with Atkinson up until that point. Won, which so frustrating, but that's just racing. You get some, you lose some, but somehow sent it on Ludi, and the last corner was something to get P3.
Oh, and talk about last corner. You had one hell of a save while you were still in the lead. I thought for sure you were looping it, and you had that wheel turned about as far left as it would go.
I was saying knocks my brake bias back because it's on a thing on top of it next to my battery kill switch, toggle switch button. So I was saying knocks that back at one point. So rears were a little toasty into turn 11. So that was fun.
All right, well, congrats on your P3. I'll let you get your shout outs in and good luck in 2 weeks at Indy.
Just really shout out to my team of everyone, including Joe and everyone on Mirage. That's SR. Don't kill me if that's wrong. Especially Joe, spotting, keeping strategy, just keeping updated. It's a shame we couldn't do it, but fudge, we gave it a good try.
All right. Well, congrats. Alrighty. Well, we do got some more racing on this week. We do have an off week next week for those of you guys who are not tuning in for the rest of the week. Happy early Thanksgiving. We are taking next week off for the holiday. Got some more road course racing going on this week. We got Cup and Trucks going to Summit Point, and then we go back oval racing with ARCA. They are going. Actually, no, we're not going oval racing. We're going triangle racing. They're going to Pocono. So, Pocono and ARCA. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, the ARCA car is a lot of fun there. Man, what a race!
Yeah.
Everybody, whenever we broadcast road courses, everybody's, oh, it's so boring. That was not boring. That was awesome. I know Alyssa did not get the finish that she wanted, but man, the battling between Alyssa and Justin there, you couldn't ask for a better race than that.
Well, I know the ARCA race are pretty boring. I think he won by like 20 seconds. That was brutal. So,
yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow and Wednesday goes entertaining for Jacob. Some stuff in chat's kind of cracking me up. Donut Glass, I think that's Roger said. I heard Atkinson trained with Medlin on the off season. And then he also said do them both at the same time on the interview. Oh. All right. Well, you guys take it easy. Like I said, if we don't see you the rest of the week, happy early Thanksgiving, and we'll come back in 2 weeks from now. As these Xfinity guys coming down to the final 6 races. Wait, no, is ARCA at Pocono? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got six official races on the All-Star race, and then right at the beginning of February, we head right into the playoffs.
So 6 races left of the playoffs. Start halfway through the regular season. So you can get down to the nitty-gritty. People start getting a little bit more aggressive for them playoff spots and getting those wins. Justin Axon becomes our 6th new winner this season. So the playoff spot's starting to fill up when it comes to race wins. But we'll catch you guys next time.